So you're probably fed up with your separate self, the ego, that state of lack. It's like a master of disguise, right? It slips into your spiritual and manifesting journey with a bag full of tricks, convincing you that it's all about enlightenment or, fixing your self-concept. And it's just really full of itself. So let's unpack this, with some real life scenarios and how this separate self can stir up trouble for you, especially in your manifesting journey. And before that, since you are looking for experiencing more abundance in your life, check out my new experience. It's called More Than Enough, linked in the description below. And you can also reach out to me for one-on-one coaching at hello@theanilareddy.com. So how the state of lack or this ego masquerades in its disguise, it presents in different ways. And here are a few scenarios, okay? So let's say Jane, right? She's been meditating daily, attending retreats, and accumulating all sorts of spiritual street cred. She got a self-concept right, everything, right? So one day she finds herself at a dinner party, casually dropping mentions of her maybe third eye awakening, her cleanse weekends, how great her self-concept is. She is kind of marking her territory, like on top of the spiritual food chain, because she's not really sharing out of interest. She is sharing as a way to say that I'm more awakened than you, to build sort of a pedestal. And the problem here, well, manifesting thrives on recognizing that there's nobody separate from us. There's no VIP section of spiritual arenas. It's recognizing that we are not different from each other and we share the same being. Let's look at another scenario. Tom. He found a profound meditative experience. Maybe he saw colors, felt vibrations, vibrations ran down his spine, the whole 9 yards. And now he keeps chasing that feeling. He's frustrated when the magic doesn't strike twice, why he doesn't feel that blissfulness again. So his meditation practice has now become a highlight reel. And for him, only peak experiences count. Again, missing the true point of manifesting, which is recognizing who you truly are and allowing that recognition to show you different experiences. Recognizing who you truly are is not a feeling, but he convinced himself he's only as good as his greatest hits, which obviously blocks various transformative experiences, right? And even manifesting what you desire gets blocked. Now let's look at another scenario called Lucy. Well, a few friends, might have suggested that she can lean into different gurus and different avenues, but Lucy is focused on one guru. Her guru can do no wrong, because admitting otherwise would mean her ego, her separate self, got duped, and that's a no-go zone for her. So her attachment to a constructed identity as a wise, discerning follower blinds her to the truth and obviously stalls her genuine spiritual progress or manifesting progress. So this resistance to seeing things as they are can lead to manifesting from a place of delusion rather than a place of clarity. Because manifesting is not about getting attached to anyone or anything. So the ego's antics in these scenarios show that it's not about wearing spirituality like the latest fashion, but integrating and recognizing our true nature awareness, just like every breath we take. So when we let the ego sit in the driver's seat proclaiming, I am God, it's often missing the silent whisper of unity that follows, which says, and so is everyone else. they're also God. The dance of manifesting is about harmony. It's not a solo show, okay? And spotting the ego's disguise, well, that is your ticket to a richer, more connected life experience. Whether it's something that you want, something that you want to feel, it doesn't matter what. It's not about arrogance or self-importance like the ego is making you to be. And the ego is built on that construct of comparing ourselves to another person, competing ourselves with other person's desires. The ego is crafty, it adapts, and can even take on the language of spirituality to sustain itself. It might whisper, well, I am the master of my reality, subtly reinforcing the notion of a separate self, a separate doer behind our actions and experiences. So in contrast, true awareness, our true self, or what we might call God self, pure consciousness, is the field in which all thoughts, feelings, and perceptions arise and dissolve. This awareness is not an actor in the drama of life, but the space in which these dramas unfold. You are not an actor. You are more than an actor. So unlike the separate self, which is the ego, which fluctuates, it reacts, true awareness is constant. It's unreactive. It's inherently peaceful. It does not strive to control or change reality, but observes and allows everything to be as it is. And when you come to this true self place, you realize that everything is coming in your field anyway that you desire. So now I want you to notice something. Pause. I just want you to observe your breath right now. Don't try to change it. Just notice. Are you able to observe the sensations? Who is observing these sensations? Now notice if you can listen to any sound. Maybe it's the hum of your computer, the sounds of the nature, a squirrel. Can you see that the sounds come and go? And what about the listener? What about who is noticing? Does this self come and go? Now notice your thoughts. Notice how they come and go as well. They are not static. Can you see that you can't really locate a thinker? These thoughts are happening by themselves. This awareness of your thoughts, sounds, and sights is not doing anything. It's just aware of what is happening. And when you're aware of this awareness, your manifesting journey becomes easier in the following ways. Let's say you want to manifest a specific person. You're always feeling, I need this person in my life right now. When you return to your true self, you can see that the person has always been there with you all along, because you're in a state of openness, receptivity. You're experiencing the present moment without attaching to your struggles. When you're operating from the separate self, there's a tension, there's a contraction around your desires. There's an obsession to keep focusing on them. When you're resting in your awareness, there's fluidity, there's ease. Because it's going to unfold naturally. You're not making things happen. You're letting things happen because it's happening for you, catering to everything that you want. So now from this space, allow yourself to bring your desire to mind. Just let your intention be a preference. Just let it be there for a few seconds. From this ease of awareness. Come back to this as often as you want. throughout your day. Because now you're not responding from your ego's insistence and urgency. So now when you find yourself reacting emotionally, let's say during the day, just pause. Return to observing your breath, sounds, or thoughts. The space allows for a response from your true nature rather than a reaction from the ego. Notice the one that's aware of the sounds, sights, and smells. Notice this awareness itself. And then if you find yourself thinking about your desire, let it come and go naturally. You'll notice that there's no resistance to it now. This awareness can be subtle. It doesn't have to feel like the 4th of July. And yeah, the separate self might creep back in unnoticed. It might start as a thought that feels aligned with you initially, but soon spirals into anxiety or control. Just recognize this, smile at it, return to your presence by any of these guided pause questions. So remember, each return to your true nature allows you to see how easy it is, the ease of it all. And this changes the texture of your life. It becomes less about getting your desires to feel fulfilled and more about, well, I'm fulfilled now. There's nothing off in my awareness, so naturally my desires are going to come. What's going to stop it? Nothing. So what you desire manifests not because you need it to feel complete, but as an effortless expression of your inherent fullness. So here the distinction between you and God, or manifestor and manifestation, it blurs. There is no difference. Everything is seamlessly integrated. So this understanding does not reduce your power. It redirects it from the illusion of the lack of control, of manipulation of this ego, to the truth of your unlimited true self as God. So as you live more from the space, watch your reality to change. Not because you're controlling it, but because you are finally allowing it to reflect the vastness of your true self. So let me know your thoughts in the comment below, and make sure to check out More Than Enough linked below.